I remember being a little boy in a family with 3 siblings, plus myself, and a single mom. And when I was younger, right after Dad left when I was 7, Mom worked 3 jobs at a time half the time. The crappiest minimum wage, lecherous bosses, horrible experiences. I remember how hard she worked. I remember how much I just wanted her to be able to be a mom, because I needed that. But she had to work. She had to work so we could live, because my dad was a deadbeat dad, and he was an abuser. Truthfully, Mom was an abuser also, but honestly, that's a story for another day. Because you know what? Mom stayed, and Mom did her best to help her children have the best life she could. I remember what that felt like. I remember how scared we were. I remember how Mom would come home so stressed, and the money conversation was always happening. It was hard. It was hard. I understand that this video is a deviation from what you're used to seeing from me. And I'd be lying if I didn't say I was a little concerned about what people will think of this video. And it's on my heart. Why is it on my heart? Well, because one of the ways that my family made it through some of those hard times was that we had community that rallied around us. Church family, others. Not all the time, and not as much as I would have preferred, frankly, but they did. We had people who chose to step in and to fill the gaps that existed in our lives. I'm not naming them for the purposes of this video, but they will be named one day, and they're named here every day. If you've seen our About video, you know that I've talked about the fact that I lived in an abusive household, that my mom was a hoarder, and that my passion for Valiant comes from wanting to provide safe, clean, large enough spaces for families to be themselves. You know that. This year, in 2024, I got a really unique opportunity. I got an opportunity to spearhead being that community to help another family in need. You know her as Cindy Lou Holiday. Her kids have intentionally remained nameless because it's our desire to protect them from the hard situation that they were experiencing. That is why the Holiday Home Project is so important to me. That is why we've set up the GoFundMe. That is why we're working so hard to get this family back into their home so that they can have their first real Christmas in safety, in their own space. I didn't expect this to be as emotional as it is. And I spent years hiding the emotions I felt. And so I'm sharing them with you today because these are real. This is real emotion. I am so grateful that I've gotten an opportunity to help and to give back to this family. And you know what? I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to get them that Christmas miracle. We're pushing hard for it. The whole team, even after a minor setback. We had a minor setback the other day. We had some water get in the house because the roof wasn't quite done and we had a big storm. It happens. But my team and I get an opportunity to be part of that community that steps forward and helps someone who needs it. And you know what? There were a lot of people in Northwest Arkansas affected by the tornadoes that happened in this year, earlier this year. There were a lot of people that were affected by them. There were a lot of people that lost a lot of things. There were people that got hurt. There were people that got injured. Thankfully, Cindy Lou and her family were safe. And they were scared. It was scary. And the truth is, I can't help everybody in Northwest Arkansas that was impacted, and neither can you. But I can help this family, and so can you. That's what I'm asking today. Will you join me? Will you be part of that community that helps this single parent, and more importantly, her children, to feel love, to feel safe, to feel protected? Those two children, the oldest one is 6, have spent a lifetime in fear and just scared. And I know what that's like. I remember what it taught me. I remember the things that I've done to overcome it. And I've done a lot of things to do that and to get where I am at today. And I am so grateful for that. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity to give back, to show some of those people that rallied around my family that never got a proper thank you. This is part of how I get to thank them. So the truth is, guys, I'm doing this whether you help me or not, but I'm hoping you'll help me. If you feel inspired to give to their GoFundMe, please do. If you feel inspired to share their story so that it gets out, please do. Is it going to help my company? Sure, it might, and that'd be great. But that's not why I'm doing this. That's not why I'm doing this one for sure. Thank you for listening. If this felt inspired to you, please share it. Please donate. Help us help this family. Help us help these kids to have an amazing Christmas in 2024.